initiative with collaborative best practices and a hands-on approach to learning. In addition to traditional school settings, the district provides a wide range of exciting educational opportunities through our choice programs, specifically designed for unique student needs. No matter your age, your background, or your personal goals, there's a place for you in the Iredell Statesville schools.
Hey, if you're looking for a new mattress, come on by Southern Comfort Furniture and Mattress at 1010 Salisbury Road. They carry the gold standard of two-sided mattresses, Golden Mattress. Why pay for a one-sided mattress when you can get a two-sided mattress for less than the price of a one-sided mattress? At Southern Comfort, we stock the only two-sided pocketed coil mattress on the market. We stock the old school heavy-duty coil mattress for the 300-plus pound size person. We have plush to firm to fit whatever comfort level you're looking for. And everything's in stock. So why wait and why pay high prices for a one-sided mattress when you can get two sides for less than the price of a one side? Come on by the gold standard of two-sided mattresses. And this just in, stop by now to see the brand new inventory of recliners by Best Home Furnishings at Southern Comfort Furniture and Mattress, 1010 Salisbury Road in Statesville.
The Carolina Swap Shop, weekdays at 10 a.m.
This weather update is brought to you by A1 Pest Control, your first line of defense against unwanted guests. From ants to termites, A1 Pest Control is the trusted choice for safe, effective solutions that protect your home. Don't let pests overstay their welcome. Visit a1termitepc.com. That's a1termitepc.com and book your service today. Gonna be in the mid to upper 60s as we're heading out this Wednesday morning. It's gonna be mostly cloudy today. Got a chance for showers throughout the day. Thunderstorms likely this afternoon. Highs are gonna be in the upper 70s. And our overnight low is going to be around 60. It's going to be partly sunny on Thursday and warm with highs around 80. Friday, it's going to be partly sunny and humid. We do have a chance for afternoon thunderstorms. Highs are going to be in the mid to upper 80s. Grab a tall glass of ice cold sweet tea because it might feel a little like summer today. That's today's weather. From your sunny south weather girl, Sherry Bell Wilson with WAME.
This is Real Country, 550 and 92.9 WAME.
From the Black Lagoon, I try to think about high heels and good deals, anything to get me through. I just can't concentrate. You're all I think about these days. I try to contemplate the cosmos and what goes round and round the sky at night. I try to think about the champagne, freight trains slowly rolling out of sight. I try to focus on the headlines, the street crimes. Every time I think I might, I just can't concentrate. You're all I think about these days. My mind wanders where it will, and when it settles right on you, I forget what I should say. I forget what I should do. My mind wanders where it will, and when it settles right on you, I forget what I should say. I forget what I should do. Together. I try to think about Shakespeare, leave you, the Beatles on the Rolling Stones. I try to think about hairdos, tattoos, sushi bars and saxophones. I try to think about the talk show, new clothes, but I guess I should have known. I just can't concentrate. is in a bank in the middle of Beverly Hills in somebody else's name. So if you're dreaming about California, it don't matter at all where you played before. California's a brand new game. Trying to be a hero, winding up a zero, can scar a man forever, right down to your soul. Living on the spotlight can kill a man outright, 'cause everything that glitters is not gold.
so nice to have around the house.
Ants, spiders, mosquitoes, and other common pests can be a big problem. Don't battle them alone. Let us help keep your home pest-free this summer. Looking for a friendly, effective, affordable pest control solution? Our A1 Home Shield plans are designed to suit your needs and your budget. Plans start at $35 a month and include a free inspection. Stop living with bugs. For a limited time, save $50 on your initial treatment. A1 Pest Control. No bugs here. A1 Pest Control. A-1PC.com. That's A-1PC.com.
It's Real Country at 550 and 92.9 WAME. 21 after 6 o'clock. A little bit of rain going on, a little bit of fog out there as well as we get ready for a brand new day. But it's supposed to be warmer today. And then we get into that. We're not in summer yet, but a little bit of that summertime is coming around where, it gets hot and sticky in the afternoon. Then you'll see a thunderstorm kind of boil up from out of nowhere. So may start into that a little bit on the early side. So we'll watch it and see. Saturday, we're going to be out and about. We're going to be over at James River Equipment in Statesville. They got a big open house celebration. We'll be there from 10 till noon. So come on out. There'll be free food, family fun, gear for the whole crew will be there. So come on out, James River Equipment. John Deere, John Deere over on 64 Moxville Highway. 21 after 6 o'clock.
Look no further. It's A1 Pest Control. For more than 60 years, they've been providing fast, friendly, quality pest control solutions. They're staffed by really nice people on the phones and in their trucks. And they're large enough to handle any pest problems, small enough to care about every customer. A1 Pest Control. Experienced, trusted, preferred. A-1PC.com.
Ryan Scott's at Randy Marion Chevy in Statesville, and what are you doing now?
I tell you, we got the deals going on. Typical Randy Marion fashion. King of Price 2024, brand new Chevrolet Malibu LT starting at $19,988. $19,988, brand new, not used. You come pick the color today. Randy Marion Chevrolet Statesville, right here on I-40. Look for the spinning car, folks, because that's where the deals are.
When it comes time to repair or replace your electrical, heating, air conditioning, or other HVAC equipment, there's no better company to call than KM Electrical, Heating, and AC in Statesville. As an authorized Trane dealer, their professional staff members are all highly trained in the latest products and services and are committed to prompt project completion and high-quality work. KM Electrical, Heating, and AC is positive that they can have it up and running in no time. Call 704-876-6279 or go online to callkm.com.
Brakebush in Moxville is hiring full-time. Brakebush understands the importance of your work environment, work and life balance, employment benefits, and employment satisfaction. Entry-level wages starting at $17 an hour. Skilled positions up to $30 an hour. Brakebush offers dental, vision, medical insurance, paid vacations, and 401k for all employees. Brakebush just celebrated 95 years being family-owned and couldn't have made this possible without their employees. Brakebush offers a $1,000 sign-on bonus with opportunity for a referral bonus. Apply now at breakbush.com.
Real Country 550 and 92.9 WAME.
There's 6 days on the road, and I'm making it home tonight. They changed the rules so much on truckers. I don't know if you can do 6 days on the road anymore. I guess you can, but you got to take your mandatory stops. Anyway, it's 17 minutes until 7 o'clock as we get ready for a brand new day. Let's see, it's Wednesday. So the Friends of Lake Norman State Park got a big spring hike for senior women today. Starts at 10 a.m. It'll be at the state park. Julie Higgie, and I guess that's the way you pronounce her name, Higgie. Retired environmental educator, is going to lead the hike. The group will meet at the Lakeshore Trailhead off of Shortleaf Drive. The hike geared toward women who want to walk slowly and enjoy the nature. Should take less than 2 hours. Participants will look for spring plants and nesting birds. Hiking sticks and sturdy shoes are recommended. So if you've got both of those, great. If you don't, just break off a hoe handle, and that makes a great walking stick. I got to tell you, broken a lot of hoes over the years. That's another whole story. But anyway, if you want to find out more, just show up this morning at 10 o'clock there at the, let me look at it again, Lakeshore Trailhead off of Shortleaf Drive. So, but you can go by the main state park building if you don't know where that is and get all the info for it as well. Anyway, that starts at 10 this morning, Lake Norman State Park. Now, remember it said walking slow, taking your time, trying to see nature at its finest. And of course, because you have the, what is the big nerve that runs down your leg that hurts every time you move. Anyway, other than that, you're good.
I hear songs on the radio. They might be fast or they might be slow. But every song they play's got me thinking about you. I see a fella walking down the street. He looks at me and he smiles real sweet. But he don't matter to me, 'cause I'm thinking about you. Every little dream I dream about you. Every little thought I think about you. It drives me crazy when you go away. I ought to keep you locked up at home. And like a bar someone to break you. I love you so much, I hate you. Every little thing reminds you of you. Honey, when you leave me here all alone. My tongue gets tired when I try to talk. My knees get weak when I start to walk. Somebody's will stay home and keep thinking about you. The young and restless on my TV set. It's just like us when we first met. And when they start to kiss and got to thinking about you. Every little dream I dream about you. Every little thought I think about you. Drives me crazy when you go away. I ought to keep you locked up at home. And like a wild hustle wanna break you. I love you so much, I hate you. Every little thing reminds me of you. Honey, when you leave me here all alone. Come on! Every little dream I dream about you. Every little thought I think about you. Drives me crazy when you go away. I ought to keep you locked up at home. Like a wild hustle wanna break you. I love you so much, I hate you. Every little thing reminds me of you. Honey, when you leave me here all alone. Every little thing reminds me of you. Honey, when you leave me here all alone. Every little thing reminds me of Honey, when you leave me here all alone.
Coming to you live from Randy Marion Studios, Real Country, 550 and 92.9 WAME.
Looking to add some life to your yard or a splash of color to your porch? Well, swing on by Lowry's in Harmony, your local Green Thumb headquarters. We've got garden plants of all kinds, flowers blooming in every shade, premium potting soils for those roots to thrive, and yard wind spinners to keep things moving in style. Whether you're growing your own veggies, decorating your patio, or just trying to impress the neighbors, Lowry's has what your garden's been dreaming of. Come dig in. We're rooted in downtown Harmony and blooming with possibilities. You know, since 1970, Godfrey's Tree Service, a third-generation locally owned and operated business, has been proudly serving Iredell County. With over 50 years' experience, they're experts in protecting your property from tree damage, focusing on quality, service, accuracy, and safety. Storm cleanup, tree removal, pruning, stump grinding and removal, Godfrey's can handle it all. Godfrey's Tree Service, when experience counts the most. So call Godfrey's today for a free tree inspection and estimate. 704-880-2934. Let Godfrey's go out on a limb for you.
With more than 20,000 students, Iredell Statesville schools rank among the 20 largest school districts in North Carolina. Our teachers represent a wealth of knowledge, with the average teacher in our district having 15 years of teaching experience. Iredell Statesville Schools' innovative approach blends a one-to-one technology initiative with collaborative best practices and a hands-on approach to learning. In addition to traditional school settings, the district provides a wide range of exciting educational opportunities through our choice programs, specifically designed for unique student needs. No matter your age, your background, or your personal goals, there's a place for you in the Iredell Statesville Schools.
Hello, everyone. This is Jeff McNeely, owner of G&M Milling Company at 4000 Taylorsville Highway in beautiful downtown Lowry, North Carolina. We are a full-service, family-owned livestock feed mill that has feed for whatever animals you have. We also sell seeds that are specifically bred for forage grown in western North Carolina. Please come see us or call us at 704-873-5758 or check us out on Facebook. Thank you for supporting small local businesses like us, and may God bless y'all.
Buying diamonds in Antwerp, Belgium, like our Gregory Jewelers does, is something special. You look at it, weigh it, look again. It's nice, but could it be better? Now, do that 10, 20, 50, or even more times. Your diamond is extra special, so we go the extra mile, literally, to the Diamond Capital, where selection and value are the best. We won't leave until the perfect one is found for you and everyone we're there for. To our Gregory Jewelers, that really is something special.
Our Gregory Jewelers, 122 West Broad Street, downtown Statesville. OurGregoryJewelers.com.
550 and 92.9 WAME Real Country. Mind your biscuits and life will be gravy. 550 and 92.9 WAME.
The preacher man says it's the end of time, and the Mississippi River, she's a going dry. The interest is up and the stock market's down, and you're only getting mugged if you go downtown. I live back in the woods, you see, a woman and the kids and the dogs and me. I got a shotgun, a rifle, and a four-wheel drive, and a country boy can survive. Country folks can survive. I can plow a field all day long. I can catch catfish from dusk till dawn. Make our own whiskey and our own smoke too. Ain't too many things these old boys can't do. Grow good old tomatoes and homemade wine, and country boy can survive. Country folks can survive. Because you can't starve us out and you can't. Country folks can survive. Country boy can survive. Country folks can survive.
Yeah, there's some both sleepless. 5 minutes away from 7 o'clock. Sorry, I've been in and out so much. There's issues going on at other places, other towns. But hey, we're good. It's a little bit of rain still out there with us this morning, but we'll see some sunshine peeking through before the day is done. Now, it's not when's summer come in officially? A month away from now, right? It's like 20th or 21st of June. But it's going to kind of feel summerish for the next several days into the weekend, as a matter of fact. So you're getting ready for hot and sticky. Hot and sticky. Going to be the call of the order for the next several days. Just keeping that in mind. 62, our temperature up here on beautiful Signal Hill, and no rain right this very minute. So that feels pretty good. That's not bad. We'll take it. Now on Thursday of this week, that would be tomorrow. This is one of the important things that you have to remember about our good friends over at the Iredale. Well, we don't call it the pound. Heaven's sakes, don't call it the dog pound, but it's Iredale Animal Services. So tomorrow between 1 and 3, Sussman, you can get your 3-year rabies vaccine.
Well, that ought to work out. I mean, I think I'm due.
And it's only $10. So, hey, and you don't have to have an appointment. You just walk right in. Oh, but wait.
Well, yeah.
Wait.
I'm in Mecklenburg County.
Yeah, that's what I was looking there. So sorry about that. See, you should move on up. Your kids go to Iredale County, don't they? Or
They go to Mooresville.
Mooresville.
Mooresville Graded School District.
Yes. If you just move on up, or from what I understand, if you apply for annexation, you can maybe make your case and be brought into Iredell County.
Could they do a spot annexation?
Absolutely. We'll reach
And we
out
want
there.
that spot right there.
It's a red spot. It itches uh, a whole lot. So, anyways, that would be a good thing. So, how are you today?
Good, good. Man, I'm just sitting up here at the Cracker Barrel.
What?
Yeah, I've had 2 Uncle Herschels, a Grandpa breakfast, and a Country Boy, 4 Goo Goo clusters, a box of rock candy, and 2 RCO Coca-Colas.
Dad gum boy. Why didn't you tell us you was going today?
Well, I was trying to sneak up here because Steve McCoy comes in and pays for people, and I just been racking up a bill waiting on him.
That's too good. But wait, you you have to be a poor unfortunate that's been left out in the cold. And you
Hello,
you
poor unfortunate.
you don't
I'm
look
not out in the cold, but
you don't look that way. Now you go wreck your car and then come in there and tell the waitress, make sure they seat you near where McCoy is. So
well, he ain't here. I've been looking for
oh
him all morning.
oh man. Okay, well, he might not travel down that far. Which one are you at? The one in Mooresville or the one in
I'm over here in Statesville.
you're at the Statesville Cracker Barrel?
Yeah, looking for Steve McCoy.
Are you serious? Are you serious?
The waitress is getting kind of nervous.
You're just sitting there.
I mean, you can only order so many Uncle Herschels before they get suspicious.
That's right. Well, she should know better than to come back and ask if you need something else. So
I just said Steve McCoy, and she said, "Oh Lord."
And
I don't know what kind of reputation he has up here, but
apparently it's a
I
good
bet
one.
it's a good one.
She probably tells poor little somebody that comes in by themselves, now wait just a little bit. When Steve comes in, I'll let you know. And we'll seat you over there next to him. So
Oh yeah, what it is, she's got people on speed dial.
oh, is that
Like,
it? Okay.
she picks up the phone. He's here. Come in and look kind of sad.
That's right. Oh, that's too
Bring
good.
a puppy with you.
So if folks didn't get that, what happened the other day is we had all those wrecks on the interstate, and apparently a young woman came in, sat down near Steve and his lovely wife, and she looked distraught. And they paid for her breakfast, and I think gave her a $20 bill
I know,
for
right?
lunch. Yeah. So wow, we'll have to remember that next time. And
So I'm gonna have to put one of those Apple Air tags on his car, see where he goes.
and then
Oh, he's at the Daylight Donut. Everybody load up. Let's go.
that's right. All right. Guess what?
Hey, you know what?
What?
It's 7:01.
How about that?
Real Country is 550 AM WAME, 92.9 W225BD, Statesville.
All right. Some clouds, little bit of fog out this morning. Not very much. 62, our temperature up here on beautiful Signal Hill. We'll take a check of that weather forecast in a minute. But first of all, a look at the news brought to you by Caudle Coin and Currency on East Front Street in beautiful downtown Statesville. Back on Sunday, Deputy Sharp of the Iredell County Sheriff's Office ACE team conducted a traffic stop on a Honda Accord traveling west on Industrial Drive due to an expired registration. The driver, identified as 48-year-old Dewan LaFay Alexander of East Greenbrier Road, was informed of the violation. During the interaction, Deputy Sharp noticed the odor of marijuana coming from the vehicle. After speaking further with Alexander, she admitted to having smoked marijuana in the vehicle earlier in the day. The search of the vehicle resulted in the discovery of 4 dosage units of ecstasy and a small amount of marijuana. Alexandra was arrested at the scene and transported to the Iredell County Detention Center. She was brought before Magistrate Thompson, who set her bond at $3,500. Alexandra is charged with felony possession of ecstasy, felony maintaining a vehicle for a controlled substance, misdemeanor possession of drug paraphernalia, misdemeanor possession of marijuana, and misdemeanor possession of marijuana paraphernalia. She is also issued a citation for the expired registration and the inspection. Well, Statesville's property tax rate is likely to remain the same next year. The city is close to approving the new 25-26 budget. The current tax rate in Statesville is 51.76 cents per $100 assessed tax value. The Statesville City Council will have a budget meeting on May 28th, with a second day planned on the 29th if they need to. The city plans to have the final budget brought before the council in one of its regular meetings in June. The budget officially goes into effect July the 1st. City Manager Ron Smith said during the May 5th City Council meeting that property tax revenues were up, though sales tax revenue was 10% lower than expected. The proposed budget includes 3% cost of living raise for city employees, 3 new employee positions, and fewer infrastructure and building expenses in the next budget year. The overall budget of $157,025,153 is a 12% decrease from last year, which Smith attributed partly to a loan from the city's electric utilities fund. The city's overall tax base is $5.37 billion. That's a $350 million increase from the last budget. Well, the Statesville Police Department is proud to announce that its traffic division has been recognized with the 2024 MAD Award of Excellence for the Agency of the Year. This prestigious award was presented during the 2024 MAD Awards of Excellence ceremony held in High Point back on May 8th. The award honors agencies that demonstrate outstanding commitment to enforcing DWI laws, promoting traffic safety, and supporting the mission of Mothers Against Drunk Driving. This recognition reflects the hard work, proactive enforcement, and community education efforts carried out by the Statesville Police Department Traffic Division to keep Statesville roads safe. Sports and a look at the weather with Sherry Bell Wilson coming up in just a moment. Hey, Doug Caudle, why is the road closed in front of Caudle Coin and Currency?
Well, Billy, we've got a big old sinkhole down below us.
What?
But don't worry, you can still get to us. In fact, we're having a sinkhole sale. That's right. Whether you need to buy or sell gold and silver, including jewelry, we can work with you and offer you a fair price and even pay you right on the spot.
Gosh, you know, with all the volatility in the world, tariffs, stock market corrections, high interest rates, wars, rumors of wars, things seem to be in a constant state of turmoil these days. Is gold and silver still a safe haven?
Well, Billy, I'm not a financial advisor, but it sure has worked for thousands of years. So if it makes sense for you, we have gold and silver coins and bars in all sizes, and that will fit any budget.
All right, go by and see our friends at Caudle Coin and Currency. They're located in downtown Statesville at 125 East Front Street. Mention you heard about the sinkhole sale on WAME, and you get to choose a terrific coin from the Billy Buck box of prizes. Finally, common sense in banking. What's good for the customer is good for the community. And what's good for the community is good for the bank. It's that simple. We don't know why big banks don't get it. Plenty of local people do, though. As Blue Harbor Bank has grown so much with accounts, customers, and deposits, we're nipping right at the heels of those financial giants. Join us today, blueharborbank.com.
At Piedmont Healthcare, we believe in more than just treating patients. We're committed to understanding and addressing the unique needs facing our community. Being a physician-owned network means that we're not just healthcare providers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your partners in health. With strong ties to local communities, we're able to offer personalized care that truly understands your needs. When you choose Piedmont Healthcare, you're not just choosing healthcare, you're choosing to be part of a community that cares. If you're ready to experience the difference for yourself, call our new patient hotline at 833-PHC-for-you. That's 833-742-4968. Or you can just request an appointment online, phcappointments.com.
Johnson Greenhouses offers a wide selection of fresh flowers and hand-delivered arrangements for every occasion. Graduation's coming up, and every grad needs that rose or special arrangement after walking across that stage to receive their diploma. And make the occasion even better by selecting a Scout bag. Tote bags, storage boxes, thread wallets is something every grad needs, even if they don't know it yet. Johnson Greenhouses also has delicious Ladyfingers frozen foods, which are excellent for easy meals when guests come in for visits, and are also excellent for neighbors, folks who may be sick, or just because you care about someone. Call ahead for your order, 704-873-4345. Johnson Greenhouses, 204 Salisbury Road.
ProgressiveInsurance.com presents the Sports Flash on Real Country 550 and 92.9 WAME. The Braves beat the Nationals 5-2 in Atlanta on Tuesday. Drake Baldwin hit a two-run homer. Spencer Schwellenbach went 7 innings, and the Braves improved to 500 for the first time this season. Atlanta's 21-21. They started the season 0-7. Last night's result was the 7th straight loss for the Nationals. The series continues tonight with Bryce Elder starting for Atlanta. Stanley Cup playoffs on Thursday night in Washington, D.C. Capitals and Hurricanes, Game 5. Carolina up 3-1 in the best of 7. College baseball, the Tar Heels and UNC Wilmington's game was canceled last night in Chapel Hill. The Tar Heels will turn their attention to the number 2 team in the nation, Florida State. It's a 3-game series in Tallahassee starting on Thursday. North Carolina ranked number 4 in the latest top 25. Save big when you bundle auto and home, renters, or condo with Progressive. That's the Sports Flash. I'm Chuck Sanders, Real Country 550 and 92.9 WAME.
There are low prices, and then there are Kohl's lowest prices of the season. I got myself a comfy tee for just $4.99 and a stylish dress for 50% off. Then I found my husband a pair of shorts for under $17. Plus, I earned Kohl's cash. Yup, it doesn't get better than Kohl's lowest prices of the season. So go check them out before it's too late. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Offers end May 18th. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Here's comedian Howie Mandel for hands-free Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins.
Yeah, I'm holding a new Cozy Fit Skechers slip-in sneaker, and first of all, I barely know I'm holding it. It's that light. You see, Cozy Fit is a cool new sneaker where the upper is made of a soft quilted material. It's kind of like a little puffer jacket for your feet, except it looks like a super stylish sneaker.
Introducing new Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins, the latest comfort creation from Skechers. You can find Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
This weather update is brought to you by A1 Pest Control, your first line of defense against unwanted guests. From ants to termites, A1 Pest Control is the trusted choice for safe, effective solutions that protect your home. Don't let pests overstay their welcome. Visit A1TermitePC.com. That's A1TermitePC.com and book your service today. Gonna be in the mid to upper 60s as we're heading out this Wednesday morning. It's gonna be mostly cloudy today. Got a chance for showers throughout the day. Thunderstorms likely this afternoon. Highs are gonna be in the upper 70s. And our overnight lows gonna be around 60. It's gonna be partly sunny on Thursday and warm with highs around 80. Friday, it's gonna be partly sunny and humid. We do have a chance for afternoon thunderstorms. Highs are going to be in the mid to upper 80s. Grab a tall glass of ice cold sweet tea, because it might feel a little like summer today. That's today's weather. From your sunny south with a girl, Sherry Bell Wilson with WAME.
The Carolina Swap Shop. Buy, sell, trade. Weekdays, 10 a.m. Call 888-331-0269.
It's Real Country at 550 and 92.9 WAME. John Michael Montgomery. 19 minutes after 7 o'clock here. It is Wednesday morning, and we've got some clouds out. Let's see, 62 our temperature up here on beautiful Signal Hill. So not bad at all. This coming Saturday, we're going to be over at James River Equipment in Statesville for their big John Deere open house. John Deere Green. And it'll be from 10 till noon. We've got food, a lot of fun, gear for the whole crew will be there. Some great specials, too, with John Deere equipment. So come on out. It'll be Saturday from 10 till noon. And, of course, James River is right there on Moxville Highway. That'd be Highway 64 East there in, Cool Springs. It's kind of divided into two. You got the Cool Springs that's got the fire department and all the other folks and John Deere and all that sitting right there. And then you go down 100 miles, and then there's Cool Springs School way on down the road a little way. So kind of two pieces to that. But we're up in the big city section of Cool Springs for the time we're going to have on Saturday there at the John Deere Green Place. That's James River Equipment. All right. Are we ready for birthdays? Let's do the birthdays. Here they come. All right, birthday and anniversary time. You got one going on today, or maybe we missed one the past few days. Holler at us, 704-873-9929. That's 704-873-9929. Or, of course, you can hit us up on the Facebooks or the YouTubes, and we'll get you fixed up that way as well here for our birthdays and anniversaries. All right, starting off with an anniversary today. Jason and Jana Overcash, 31 years of holy matrimony. So 31 years of wedded bliss. Jason and Jana, good morning and congratulations. Jason, you got to get her something. I'm just reminding you. It always falls on the guy on these type of days. You got to get her something. Yeah. All right, let's see. On the other birthday list, we have Bob Saltzman. Dr. Bob Saltzman, 81 today. He retired a while back, but he did my shoulders. He did my rotator cuffs, both sides. And I think he did some work on my knee as well. Didn't have to do any surgery, but there was a big old shot he stuck down in there. But anyway, I can show you my scars. Ask me sometime and I'll show you Bob's handiwork. So happy birthday, Bob Saltzman. Bradley Hendren, second, is celebrating 18 today. Bradley, good morning and a big old happy 18 to you today. And he's got his big old truck there on his Facebook page, looking mighty fine. It's got that big star on there. Don't know if that means you're a Texas friend or not. All right, let's see who else. Bryson Lane, celebrating 53 today. Hey, Bryson, happy birthday to you. Sandra Carney, celebrating 64 today. And of course, Sandra over there at the insurance place and is let's see, that would be daughter of a great Carney that used to be in radio, passed on. But anyway, Earl, he was on Channel 12 TV. He was on the radio here quite some time ago. So anyway, Sandra, you have a great day. Heather Elliott celebrating 43 today. Good morning, Heather. Happy 43. Terry Cook celebrating that big birthday as well. Good morning, Terry. Ryan Sherrill celebrating 35 today. Hey, Ryan, a big old happy 35. That's halfway to 70. Just thought I'd let you know. Don Underhill celebrating that big old birthday. Good morning, Don. He's baking bread this morning. I can't smell it from here, but I bet it's good. So good morning, Don. You have a great day and a big happy birthday. And then flipping back to the Facebooks, we see that Andrea Chapman celebrating her big old birthday today, or you might say Andrea. Some say Andrea. Some say Andrea. But anyway, having a big old happy birthday. Good morning. And let me double check and see. There's the Jenna and Jason. We got that one. Okay. I think I see everything there. All right. And so don't see any phone calls. So we will go on to the celebrity birthdays. Rob Gronkowski, Gronk, is celebrating the big 36 today. Mark Zuckerberg, love him or hate him, he's worth $226.6 billion. Mark Zuckerberg. Kate Blanchett is 56. She was the elf queen, I believe, in Lord of the Rings and also in the Hobbit movies. Fabrice Morvan is 59. He is the only survivor of that great group, Milli Vanilli, which got found out that all their music was lip synced. So anyway, George Lucas is 81. Star Wars, Indiana Jones, all those great movies. George Lucas, 81 degrees, listen to me, 81 years old. And Bobby Darin, some of you will remember he was born on this date in 1936. He had Splish Splash, I Was Taking a Bath, which was a big hit. And Mac the Knife, that was a big hit for him too. And there was another one, What a Night Has a Thousand Eyes. Anyway, so Bobby Darin, born on this date back in 1936. Okay, I do not see any more on the birthday list. So let's reach over and spin to win the prize wheel. See what we come up with today for our winner. And let's see here, lands on red. And red is our anniversary today. Jason and Jana Overcash, happy anniversary. You're our big winner today. You get yourself a gift certificate to Andrea's. Well, we'll make it 2 since it's your anniversary. 2 gift certificates to Andrea's Ice Cream and Sweet Shop on South Center Street in beautiful downtown Statesville. Happy anniversary to you. All we need is your address. And happy birthday and anniversary to all the rest of you from your friends here at WAME. Birthdays and anniversaries on 550 and 92.9 WAME are brought to you every weekday morning at 7:20 by BridgeNet Fiber, offering simple, local, reliable, and professional internet service. BridgeNet Fiber is dedicated to keeping you connected. Whether for your home or business, their dependable team is just a phone call away. Celebrate special moments with us each morning. And remember, for all your internet needs, call BridgeNet Fiber at 704-228-1001. Reliable service is closer than you think. Ryan Scott's over here at Randy Marion Ford. What's going on?
Billy Buck, new location, Randy Marion Ford Pre-Owned, right here on Folger Drive. Yes, right across the interstate from the main Ford Lincoln showroom. We have moved over here, so number 1, we can stock more units. Number 2, we can service our customers better. And number 3, when you stock more units in volume, the prices are better. So Randy Marion Ford Pre-Owned right here on Folger Drive, right across the interstate from the main Ford and Lincoln showroom. Come see us today.
Iredell Memorial Hospital is growing to better serve you.
Our expanded emergency department features 10 additional treatment spaces.
And our expanded critical care unit nearly doubles our current space.
That means you can receive care from an award-winning hospital in Statesville.
Big enough to handle your hospital, emergency, imaging, and surgery needs with experienced providers and staff.
For more than 70 years, people have said, I choose Iredell for my health care.
Learn more at iredellhealth.org.
April showers mean May flowers, right? No, it means more amusement. Games, that is. Get that special mom in your life a new arcade game. May also means graduation. Grab some gaming swag to spruce up a new dorm room. Whatever the occasion, Pocket Change Amusement has you covered, from pool tables to shuffleboard and everything in between. Come see us Monday through Friday, 10 to 5, 2731 Amity Hill Road, Statesville. And remember, just look for the jukebox door. All right, it's 29 minutes after 7 o'clock, 7:29, and in walks the man of health. Okay, I was trying to think of something.
The man of health.
I started to say mirth, but that doesn't really fit you either. But Fred Lowry in the house today. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you feeling?
I feel good.
Do you?
You
Okay.
know, it's fortunately it's a rare thing that I feel bad.
This is true. Actually,
but I have felt bad before.
Actually, that's true.
It happens. It happens.
Back during the COVID days,
I
where
did.
you hibernated in your cave and sweated it out.
I did.
That
was as ill as I've been, I think, ever.
So apparently, I'd like to have videoed that. We should have videoed that, and show you this is what happens, and you go through it, and you sweat through it, and you come out feeling better on the other side.
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay, well, but today you've got a special presentation for us. Before we play it, what is it?
I am a fan of Jordan Peterson.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Canadian. Sorry.
Well, it's okay.
Brilliant guy. He's a doctor of psychology.
Oh,
a conservative.
Okay.
And he has some very good insights. He kind of came to popularity when a young woman was interviewing him on the news, and she started trying to hammer him, and that didn't work very well because she was outmatched in intellect. But this is talking about aging between 55 and 75. I don't know why they picked that number, and what you don't know about aging. And the thing of this is I think this message is not just great for people that are aging, but people at any age, because it talks about your focus and your intent and purpose. And basically that, as you age, how you age defines, your life in the last chapters.
See, now that just sounds, I don't think of it as the last chapter. I guess I should.
Well, he did a little comparison of, the last chapter of the book is what you remember.
Oh, okay.
And so, all the things that maybe have defined or you think defined you in your life when you were younger, those are important, but it's also how you finish.
This is true. All right. So this is Jordan Peterson. Here's what no one tells you about aging.
Let me tell you something stark. If you're between the ages of 55 and 75, you are staring into the final act of your life. And that fact, if you have the courage to really look at it, should terrify you. Not because death is near, but because no one ever told you what to do with the time that remains. And here's the tragedy. Most people don't age. They decay. They retreat. They shrink. They let the world grow louder as they grow quieter until they disappear long before they're gone. And that's not aging. That's spiritual surrender. Aging is often misunderstood as a process of winding down, of stepping aside, of fading into the background. But that perspective is not only limiting, it's dangerously false. Human development doesn't stop at adulthood. It continues as long as you are conscious, as long as you are capable of reflection and action. The years between 55 and 75 are not a postscript to your life story. They are a critical act in the narrative, and what you choose to do with them can reshape everything that came before. There is a common belief, sometimes unspoken, that by the time we reach older age, we should have it all figured out, that our identity is set in stone. But the truth is, your capacity for transformation never disappears. In fact, this stage of life often strips away the noise, the career demands, the illusions of status, the frantic distractions, and reveals a clearer view of who you are and what truly matters. This clarity can be the catalyst for a deeper kind of becoming, a more grounded self, not based on achievement, but on wisdom. This is the time when you are most equipped to ask the deeper questions. What is worth my time? What legacy do I want to leave? What do I still need to learn, to forgive, to understand? Aging gives you the space to reflect and the insight to refine yourself with intention. And if you see that as an invitation rather than a decline, you become someone not merely older, but more whole. You begin to write the most distilled and truthful chapters of your life, the ones that can carry the most meaning for others and for yourself. Aging, when embraced consciously, becomes not an end, but a profound continuation. The uncomfortable truth is that many people do not age, they decay. The distinction is important. Aging, when lived fully, is an active process of growth, integration, and continued contribution. Decay, on the other hand, begins the moment a person stops engaging with life, stops seeking meaning, and starts retreating into comfort, habit, or fear. It happens quietly, one small withdrawal at a time. A hobby is dropped, a social circle shrinks, curiosity fades, and eventually a person becomes a mere shadow of who they once were. Not because they had to, but because they chose to step back instead of leaning in. This kind of decline isn't primarily physical. Yes, the body changes, that's inevitable. But decay of the spirit, of the will, that is optional. It's a slow surrender, often masked by phrases like, I've earned my rest, or I'm too old for that now. These thoughts might feel justified in the moment, but over time they create isolation, apathy, and even depression. The world stops asking things of you not because you're incapable, but because you've stopped offering yourself to it. What people often miss is that the strength of the human spirit doesn't naturally diminish with age. It only weakens when neglected. Vitality is not solely about muscles and energy. It's about engagement. It's about continuing to show up even in a smaller arena and saying, I still matter. I still have something to give. When you stop moving forward, emotionally, intellectually, spiritually, you don't remain in place. You regress. The edges dull. The color fades. It's not age that dims the light in people's eyes. It's the belief that there's nothing left worth lighting up for. And that belief is the first step toward decay. But it's also something you can reject. Deliberately waking up each day without a reason to do so is one of the quietest forms of suffering. It doesn't always look dramatic. It can look like sleeping in a little longer, watching television for hours, or simply drifting through the day without any real aim. Over time, this lack of direction hollows people out. Human beings are not designed for passivity. We are wired to pursue, to build, to solve, to care for something beyond ourselves. That need doesn't vanish with age. In fact, it can become even more urgent. Purpose is not something reserved for the young or the ambitious. It is a necessity at every stage of life, especially in later years when the routines of work and parenting may no longer structure your days. Having a reason to get up becomes a matter of psychological survival. Without it, people often report a sense of drifting, of invisibility, of sadness that they can't quite name. But that feeling isn't just aging. It's a lack of meaningful engagement. A purpose doesn't have to be grand or world-changing. It can be small, personal, and entirely your own. Maybe it's helping a neighbor, mentoring someone younger, writing your story, learning a new skill, or simply becoming a better version of yourself. What matters is that it challenges you to stretch beyond comfort. It must pull you forward. It must give your actions weight, where you have something to wake up for, something that asks for your effort, your presence, your care. It changes how you move through the day. It gives shape to time. It gives dignity to aging. And perhaps most importantly, it tells you that even now, your life is still a task worth tending to. You are not done, and the world is not done with you. Physical weakness is expected as we age. Joints ache, energy dips, and recovery takes longer. But what truly erodes a person's spirit in later life isn't the body slowing down, it's the creeping sense of becoming irrelevant. And that, unlike biology, is not inevitable. It begins when you start to believe that your presence no longer matters, that your ideas are outdated, or that the younger world has no use for your voice. This belief doesn't always come from the outside, it often starts from within. It's the quiet internal surrender that whispers, let them take over. I've had my time. Relevance isn't about staying trendy or pretending to be young. It's about continuing to be engaged with life and others in a meaningful way. It's about being a source of wisdom, perspective, and stability in a chaotic world. When you stop learning, stop listening, stop contributing, you shrink into the background, and the world, always moving forward, won't stop to pull you back in. But you don't need permission to participate, you just need the will. Staying relevant means staying curious. It means asking questions, keeping up with what's happening, not because you need to prove something, but because you still care. It means refusing to become invisible. Even if society sends signals that older people should step aside, you can decide not to disappear. You can mentor, teach, write, volunteer, or simply speak the truth that others are too timid or too inexperienced to say. Relevance is a form of vitality. It's the psychological proof that your life still fits into the larger human story. And when you hold on to that, when you stay connected, informed, and invested, you don't just avoid decay, you remind everyone, including yourself, that your time here still carries weight. There is a cultural lie that aging means stepping out of the spotlight and letting others take over, but in reality, this stage of life is when your role becomes more essential, not less. You are no longer just a participant in the chaos of youth and ambition, you are the elder now, and that comes with tremendous value. An elder is not simply someone who has lived a long time. An elder is someone who has learned, suffered, endured, and come out with wisdom that others don't yet have. And in a world that's rapidly losing its grip on tradition, discipline, and clarity, people like you are needed more than ever. The younger generations are overwhelmed with information, but starving for wisdom. They have access to endless opinions, but little rooted truth. They don't need someone to control them, but they do need someone to guide them, to model strength, to show what it means to carry a burden with grace. That can't be Googled or replaced with a YouTube video. It has to be lived and witnessed. You are in a position to offer that, not because you have all the answers, but because you've lived through enough to know which questions actually matter. Being an elder means taking responsibility for the moral and emotional health of the culture around you. It means speaking when no one else will, standing firm when others fold, and showing others how to navigate loss, doubt, and fear. That doesn't require a title or a stage. It just requires the courage to show up with what you've learned and a willingness to pass it on. You're not meant to fade quietly. You're meant to stand as a pillar, someone others can lean on when the storm comes. Because the storm always comes, and you still have something to offer. The final chapters of a story determine how it's remembered. This is just as true for a human life as it is for a novel. Many people think that by the time they reach their later years, their story is already written, that their legacy is set, that their most important moments are behind them. But this belief quietly steals the power they still hold. The truth is, how you live in your later years has a disproportionate impact on how your entire life is understood by you and by those who come after you. The final chapters carry weight because they reveal what you've learned from everything that came before. They show whether the struggles refined you or broke you, whether the love you gave was sustained or left to wither, and whether you chose courage or bitterness as time grew short. These years aren't a slow fade into the background. They are the chance to bring your story to its most meaningful resolution. And often they are the most honest years, stripped of pretense and focused on what matters most. This is the time when you can ask yourself, what do I want to leave behind? Not just in terms of possessions or achievements, but in terms of example, character, and presence. Do I want to be remembered as someone who gave up quietly, or someone who faced the end with clarity, strength, and purpose? Legacy isn't about what you did decades ago. It's about how you finish. It's in the conversations you still have, the love you still show, the truth you still speak. You have the power to shape not only how your story ends, but how the whole story is seen. And that power, if used with intention, can make the ending the most powerful part of all.
Wow, is exactly right. I think I fit that. I'm fading into, I enjoy going home and sitting on the couch.
Well, yeah, there are times that it's important to disengage,
right?
And have distraction maybe. And I don't watch a lot of television, but usually it's when I'm too tired to read something else, and I just need a little, unwind time before I go to bed. It's maybe the end of the day, but this is. I thought this was a very very powerful message, and I can tell, Billy, that it did bring up some emotion for you. Just by the, I mean, as I think many of the listeners, it's I think a very inspirational thing, and for those of you that are maybe listening not 55, there's still a lot of to that, in terms of intent and how you live, and these pieces in some ways are much more important than supplements and things like that. It's really about you in terms of your health, how you perceive the world, and how you're going to move forward.
Well, it certainly does. I mean, I don't. So I'm 67. So I'm in that bracket he's talking about, and so yeah, I'm in that mindset of slowing down, and I don't do as many things as I used to do outside, things. Obviously, I don't move a whole lot since I am
Sit behind the desk a lot.
I'm weighted down here. But I go back to the time when the kids were smaller, and we did scouts, and I was always doing concerts and remotes and all that sort of thing all the time. And then you think about, how did I have time to do all that? And did a lot of stuff with church and all that. So yeah, and I don't though. I don't know about anybody else that's a little older. Maybe if you're a little older and you're in poor health, you're thinking about the end time. But I don't think about that. I don't think about, well, it's time to pack it up. I don't have that mentality. Although that might be coming.
Well, there may become a point in time where we we do that, but the other pieces of this, obviously, this is in terms of the your perceptions about things, basically. But the other thing is, in order to be able to continue this in terms of whatever legacy you can still provide, taking care of yourself on the physical plane and the food and all the things we talk about,
Right.
I think people become more focused on, I better take better care of myself now, than maybe you did. And so that's just part of the whole thing. And maybe the example that you can set.
Well, it's good because, you know, we're always, when we're talking about you, I can mention you at any doctor's office and they're like, oh yeah, I know who he is. and they're like, and I like the all natural way. But it does make you, it does, that's a great, his name is
Jordan Peterson. Yeah.
Peterson. So look him up on the YouTubes. He's all over YouTube.
I actually listened to this more than once. I thought it was so good, and it's so packed with information. As much of his stuff is. I mean,
right.
I think he has a lot of depth in his thought process and what.
Well, he does.
And how he's able to articulate all that. I mean, he's
very well,
very concise, and although 12 minutes is not necessarily concise, but there's a lot of wisdom, I think, in that.
Yeah. But going back to you, we always talk about the supplements and how to physically be well, but there's that spiritual part of it as well. It's spiritual, not necessarily religious spirit, but spiritual, your countenance, the way you get along.
Yeah, there's many definitions for that, but
Yeah.
Basically how you relate to the world, the people around you, your creator, etc.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll have to play this again.
I think it's worth a listen.
I have to play it for some people. And what it made me go back to thinking of, William's not going to be with us today, by the way, so we're good. You think of somebody like Willie Nelson, who's 90, he's over 90 now, you know, and you're like, well, is he getting ready for the big finish? You know what, or anybody that's up in their 90s, are they getting ready for the end? What are they doing, you know, to prepare? But anyway.
Well, I'll tell you, learning how to set your goals properly, you know, when I was going to turn 50, I decided I was going to get back in really great shape, whatever that means, and started going back to the gym. And so my goal was to be in great shape when I turned 50. I achieved that goal. But then after 50, I quit going to the gym.
Oh, yeah.
I had a self-limiting goal. And then, you know, in my field trial world, I started starting my own horses, you know, from colts. And I figured, you know, the last 3 I did, I'd have enough horsepower to carry me into my 80s.
Right.
And then I realized, you know, that's another self-limiting goal. So, you know, I'll be 70 this year, and I start breaking another colt, so I could go up into the 90s or whatever that carries me. You know, it's a 20-year program, so you know, I was setting my limitation for that program to quit at 80. You know, I changed the way I thought about that.
Now, when you get to 80, you'll have to do something else, like you know, Burgess over here. You know, has he thought about the end?
Oh, I assure you.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's up there, ready to go. So anyway, all right. So
all right,
go see Fred at Lowry Drug Advanced Health and Wellness, 750 Hartness Road in Statesville, and then go see Burgess.
I think it's appropriate as Fred leaves today. Can we play Mama's Don't Let Your Babies Grow to Be Cowboys?
That's right.
There you go.
All right. It's 7 minutes away from 8 o'clock. Ryan Scott's at Randy Marion Chevy in Statesville. And what are you doing now?
I tell you, we got the deals going on. Typical Randy Marion fashion. King of Price 2024. Brand new Chevrolet Malibu LT starting at $19,988. $19,988. Brand new, not used. You come pick the color today. Randy Marion Chevrolet Statesville, right here on I-40. Look for the spinning car, folks, because that's where the deals are.
Dove Mobility and Home Healthcare Equipment and Supply is now open for business in Troutman. Come check out their large selection of lift chairs, scooters, portable oxygen concentrators, canes, rollators, compression garments, bathroom and bedroom safety equipment, incontinence, ostomy, and hundreds of other products dedicated to you or your loved one's home healthcare needs. Now stocking Streetwise personal protection products. Home delivery and rentals are available. Call us toll-free at 844-919-DOVE or visit us at 155 South Eastway Drive in Troutman. Home is where you want to be. Dove wants to help you stay there.
Attention wine lovers, join us for the 22nd annual Yadkin Valley Wine Festival in Elkin, North Carolina on May 17th. Sip exquisite wines from over 15 local wineries while enjoying delicious food, unique crafts, and fantastic live music. Groove to the sounds of the 70s Kids Solid Gold Tribute from 11:30 to 1:30 and the Kids in America Totally 80s Tribute Band from 2 till 5. Bring your chairs and indulge in a perfect day of fun. General admission is just $10 for those over 16, tasting for $40, or enjoy the VIP experience for $100. For tickets and more info, visit YadkinValleyWineFestival.com. Hey, if you're looking for a new mattress, come on by Southern Comfort Furniture and Mattress at 1010 Salisbury Road. They carry the gold standard of two-sided mattresses, Golden Mattress. Why pay for a one-sided mattress when you can get a two-sided mattress for less than the price of a one-sided mattress? At Southern Comfort, we stock the only two-sided pocketed coil mattress on the market. We stock the old school heavy-duty coil mattress for the 300-plus pound size person. We have plush to firm to fit whatever comfort level you're looking for. And everything's in stock. So why wait and why pay high prices for a one-sided mattress when you can get two sides for less than the price of a one side? Come on by the gold standard of two-sided mattresses. And this just in, stop by now to see the brand new inventory of recliners by Best Home Furnishings at Southern Comfort Furniture and Mattress, 1010 Salisbury Road in Statesville. Are you ready to step back in time and discover treasures from the past? Hickory Antique Mall, a locally owned business, is a haven for collectors, history buffs, and anyone seeking a touch of nostalgia. With 63 dealers, you'll find everything from antique furniture to Yu-Gi-Oh cards and everything in between. Hickory Antique Mall is conveniently located at 348 Highway 70 Southwest in Hickory. Hickory Antique Mall is open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday 10 till 6, Sundays 1 till 6. Check us out on Facebook at Hickory Antiques Mall Official. Eagle Rental is your secret weapon for conquering any project, from fixing a fence to building a fortress. Need tools? Well, they got more than a hardware store on steroids. Need some advice? Their team dishes out pro tips faster than you can say, "How's this thing work?" Whether you're a DIY daredevil or a pro with a plan, Eagle Rental ensures you got the right gear and the know-how how to crush it. Skip the guesswork. Eagle Rental has your back and your project. In Statesville and Troutman, Eagle Rental.
Hey, I'm just an old chunk of coal, but I'm gonna be a diamond someday. I'm gonna grow and glow till I'm so blue, pure, perfect. I'm gonna put a smile on everybody's face. I'm gonna kneel and pray every day, lest I should become vain along the way. I'm just an old chump.
stop on a Honda Accord traveling west on Industrial Drive due to an expired registration. The driver, identified as 48-year-old Dewan LaFay Alexander of East Greenbrier Road, was informed of the violation. During the interaction, Deputy Sharp noticed the odor of marijuana coming from the vehicle. After speaking further with Alexander, she admitted to having smoked marijuana in the vehicle earlier in the day. The search of the vehicle resulted in the discovery of 4 dosage units of ecstasy and a small amount of marijuana. Alexander was arrested at the scene and transported to the Idaho County Detention Center. She was brought before Magistrate Thompson, who set her bond at $3,500. Alexander is charged with felony possession of ecstasy, felony maintaining a vehicle for a controlled substance, misdemeanor possession of drug paraphernalia, misdemeanor possession of marijuana, and misdemeanor possession of marijuana paraphernalia. She is also issued a citation for the expired registration and the inspection. Well, Statesville's property tax rate is likely to remain the same next year. The city is close to approving the new 25-26 budget. The current tax rate in Statesville is 51.76 cents per $100 assessed tax value. The Statesville City Council will have a budget meeting on May 28th, with a second day planned on the 29th if they need to. The city plans to have the final budget brought before the council in one of its regular meetings in June. The budget officially goes into effect July the 1st. City Manager Ron Smith said during the May 5th City Council meeting that property tax revenues were up, though sales tax revenue was 10% lower than expected. The proposed budget includes 3% cost of living raise for city employees, 3 new employee positions, and fewer infrastructure and building expenses in the next budget year. The overall budget of $157,025,153 is a 12% decrease from last year, which Smith attributed partly to a loan from the city's electric utilities fund. The city's overall tax base is $5.37 billion. That's a $350 million increase from the last budget. Well, the Statesville Police Department is proud to announce that its traffic division has been recognized with the 2024 MAD Award of Excellence for the Agency of the Year. This prestigious award was presented during the 2024 MAD Awards of Excellence ceremony held in High Point back on May 8th. The award honors agencies that demonstrate outstanding commitment to enforcing DWI laws, promoting traffic safety, and supporting the mission of Mothers Against Drunk Driving. This recognition reflects the hard work, proactive enforcement, and community education efforts carried out by the Statesville Police Department Traffic Division to keep Statesville roads safe. Sports and a look at the weather with Sherry Bell Wilson coming up in just a moment. Hey, Doug Caudle, why is the road closed in front of Caudle Coin and Currency?
Well, Billy, we've got a big old sinkhole down below us.
What?
But don't worry, you can still get to us. In fact, we're having a sinkhole sale. That's right. Whether you need to buy or sell gold and silver, including jewelry, we can work with you and offer you a fair price and even pay you right on the spot.
Gosh, you know, with all the volatility in the world, tariffs, stock market corrections, high interest rates, wars, rumors of wars, things seem to be in a constant state of turmoil these days. Is gold and silver still a safe haven?
Well, Billy, I'm not a financial advisor, but it sure has worked for thousands of years. So if it makes sense for you, we have gold and silver coins and bars in all sizes, and that will fit any budget.
All right, go by and see our friends at Caudle Coin and Currency. They're located in downtown Statesville at 125 East Front Street. Mention you heard about the sinkhole sale on WAME, and you get to choose a terrific coin from the Billy Buck box of prizes.
At Piedmont Healthcare, we believe in more than just treating patients. We're committed to understanding and addressing the unique needs facing our community. Being a physician-owned network means that we're not just healthcare providers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your partners in health. With strong ties to local communities, we're able to offer personalized care that truly understands your needs. When you choose Piedmont Healthcare, you're not just choosing healthcare, you're choosing to be part of a community that cares. If you're ready to experience the difference for yourself, call our new patient hotline at 833-PHC for you. That's 833-742-4968. Or you can just request an appointment online, phcappointments.com.
Hey, Jeff Hammond, tell us about Little Shavers Wood Shop.
It's a great place to go to be able to try to get what you need, whether you're a professional builder or just a handyman. They've got it all, and if they don't have it, they'll get it for you. That's the one thing about that Chad and Jimbo Shaver have done over there when they built Little Shavers, was that they put something out there for the convenience really of our area. We don't really have one of the big major supply houses that close, so that yet they decided we're going to do this for them, for the community, and everybody I think has been benefiting from it. And the big thing is when you come in the door, I mean, you get personalized service, whether you're needing some paint, again, whether you're painting your barn or whether you're doing your den, they can mix you up some Pittsburgh paint. They got some great lines of paint, the stains available up there, all kinds of flooring, and again, great prices. They'll match people's prices from around the county. They can do it.
Thanks, Jeff. Little Shavers Wood Shop, 3301 Salisbury Highway in Statesville. Call 704-872-3148.
Dove Mobility and Home Healthcare Equipment and Supply is now open for business in Troutman. Come check out their large selection of lift chairs, scooters, portable oxygen concentrators, canes, rollators, compression garments, bathroom and bedroom safety equipment, incontinence, ostomy, and hundreds of other products dedicated to you or your loved one's home healthcare needs. Now stocking Streetwise personal protection products. Home delivery and rentals are available. Call us toll free at 844-919-DOVE or visit us at 155 South Eastway Drive in Troutman. Home is where you want to be. Dove wants to help you stay there.
ProgressiveInsurance.com presents the Sports Flash on Real Country 550 and 92.9 WAME. The Braves beat the Nationals 5-2 in Atlanta on Tuesday. Drake Baldwin hit a 2-run homer. Spencer Schwellenbach went 7 innings, and the Braves improved to 500 for the first time this season. Atlanta's 21-21. They started the season 0-7. Last night's result was the 7th straight loss for the Nationals. The series continues tonight with Bryce Elder starting for Atlanta. Stanley Cup playoffs on Thursday night in Washington, D.C. Capitals and Hurricanes, Game 5. Carolina up 3-1 in the best of 7. College baseball, the Tar Heels and UNC Wilmington's game was canceled last night in Chapel Hill. The Tar Heels will turn their attention to the number 2 team in the nation, Florida State. It's a 3-game series in Tallahassee starting on Thursday. North Carolina ranked number 4 in the latest top 25. Save big when you bundle auto and home, renters, or condo with Progressive. That's the Sports Flash. I'm Chuck Sanders, Real Country 550 and 92.9 WAME.
There are low prices, and then there are Kohl's lowest prices of the season. I got myself a comfy tee for just $4.99 and a stylish dress for 50% off. Then I found my husband a pair of shorts for under $17. Plus, I earned Kohl's cash. Yup, it doesn't get better than Kohl's lowest prices of the season. So go check them out before it's too late. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Offers end May 18th. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Here's comedian Howie Mandel for hands-free Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins.
Yeah, I'm holding a new Cozy Fit Skechers slip-in sneaker, and first of all, I barely know I'm holding it. It's that light. You see, Cozy Fit is a cool new sneaker where the upper is made of a soft quilted material. It's kind of like a little puffer jacket for your feet, except it looks like a super stylish sneaker.
Introducing new Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins, the latest comfort creation from Skechers. You can find Cozy Fit Skechers slip-ins at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
This weather update is brought to you by A1 Pest Control, your first line of defense against unwanted guests. From ants to termites, A1 Pest Control is the trusted choice for safe, effective solutions that protect your home. Don't let pests overstay their welcome. Visit A1TermitePC.com. That's A1TermitePC.com and book your service today. Gonna be in the mid to upper 60s as we're heading out this Wednesday morning. It's gonna be mostly cloudy today. Got a chance for showers throughout the day. Thunderstorms likely this afternoon. Highs are gonna be in the upper 70s. And our overnight low is gonna be around 60. It's gonna be partly sunny on Thursday and warm with highs around 80. Friday, it's gonna be partly sunny and humid. We do have a chance for afternoon thunderstorms. Highs are going to be in the mid to upper 80s. Grab a tall glass of ice cold sweet tea, because it might feel a little like summer today. That's today's weather. From your sunny south with the girl, Sherry Bell Wilson with WAME.
The Carolina Swap Shop, weekdays at 10 a.m.
what you're doing. You don't have to pay me any mind.
We don't. Very good.
Read
Thank you
that
very
question.
much. All right, here we go again. A lawmaker once tried to make wearing this illegal. To make wearing what illegal? All right, what do you think? 704-873-9929, or hit us up on the Facebooks or YouTubes, and we'll see if we can answer an answer for the impossible question. All right. Brad says the American flag. No, they did. I don't think there was a law against it, but they did have things that you're not supposed to do that. But no, the American flag, that's not it. All right. So let me go back to the phone. Good morning. How you doing?
All right. What about a rebel flag?
Rebel flag. That's a good one. But no, that's not it. All right. Thank you. Good morning. How you doing?
How about buffalo briefs?
There was a man on a buffalo. Trucker Mike is the man.
No, but that's not it. That's good though. That goes along with that song. Get a peek in your buffalo briefs. Good morning. How you doing? Hello. Okay, we missed you there. Good morning. How you doing?
How about perfume?
Perfume. No, not perfume. All right, thank you. Good morning. How you doing?
How about a thong?
A thong. No, not a thong. All right, thing, a thong. All right, fine. It is, let me narrow it for you a little bit. It's clothing. It's clothing. All right, so Corey, the over-shoulder boulder holder. No. Thank you very much.
Corey.
That's an old one.
You gotta come see me, man.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. Halloween mask.
Oh, what's that?
Halloween mask.
Halloween mask. Good guess. But no, that's not it. All right, thank you. Good morning. How you doing?
How about a white beater shirt?
This gives us insight into your life there, Trucker Mike. I'm just saying. But no, that's not it.
Trucker Mike coming out on his birthday in a pair of thong embedded buffalo briefs and a trucker shirt.
That's right.
That's so funny.
So Sussman says, surely not low back overalls from Fort Dobbs Hardware. And so the
With
boys
his thong hanging out.
So the boys down at Country Bargain Auto says a Ku Klux Klan costume. No. A kilt, says Glenn. No. All right. So the next clue is it's mainly women. It's mainly women that would be wearing this. All right. Good morning. How you doing?
Morning.
Hey.
How about burkas?
Thank you. Burkas. Oh, that's a good guess, but no, that's not it. All right, let's try another. Good morning. How you doing?
Hey, good. We're thinking tube tops.
Tube top. Great, but no, that's not it. I like a good tube top. There you go. All right, let me write this one down here for
when you mow your grass.
Yeah, that's right.
They just don't jiggle all over the place. Oh my God!
So there's what it is. There you go.
Oh man!
All right.
I could give some good hints on this one.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good. How about a halter top?
No, not a halter top. That was good though. All right, thank you. Good morning. How you doing?
I'm good. How are y'all this morning?
Good. What do you think?
What about a bikini?
A bikini is a good guess. And I would ask something personal like if you wear one, but I won't ask that. Okay. but no, that's not it. All right, thanks.
Thank you.
All right. Emma says a rosary. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Country Bargain says fur coats. No. Glenn says halter tops. No. Good morning. How you doing?
How about wearing nothing?
Forbid you to wear nothing.
That's right.
Kick it.
No, not quite that far. All right, thanks.
These can be revealing.
Good morning. How you doing?
Good. How about a mini skirt?
Mini skirts. Good guess. No, that's not it. They can be revealing.
Yep. Yep, they can be.
Guys, I guess guys can wear them to a degree. I don't know. But anyway,
no idea.
that's it. So Corey comes back and says a moo-moo.
You are moo-moo. That's so funny. Jim Dooley hit the low back overalls again.
Yeah.
Tabitha Sprinkle says a bra.
No.
And then Todd Goodman says a mini dress.
A mini dress. Good morning. How you doing?
Doing good. You?
Doing good. What do you think, Rusty?
I think it's a corset.
No, not a corset. All right.
Have a
Thank
good
you. Suck it in.
Emma Ferguson says Daisy Dukes.
Ooh, Emma. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. Is it a G-string?
No, not a G-string. All right, thanks.
You ever noticed there's somebody on the phone?
Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning.
Hey, what do you think?
Is it a girdle?
A girdle? No, not a girdle. All right.
These are very popular.
Yes, they are very popular
among women.
They're very popular now among women. Glenn says a tutu.
With some buffalo underwear underneath and a halter top and a girdle.
That's right. And a corset. It's like, wow. All right. 704-873-9929 or hit us up on the Facebooks. All right. Good morning. How you doing?
How about spandex?
That's on the same street.
Yeah, not exactly.
That's on the
but
same street.
You're working toward it. All right. Good morning. How you doing?
About push-up bra.
Push-up bra. No, not a push-up bra. All right. Thank you. Glenn comes back with pantyhose.
That's still on the same street.
Yep. Good morning. How you doing? No, not your phone. All right. Let's try another one. Good morning. How you doing?
Hey, bud, it's got to be leggings.
Leggings.
What kind of?
You know, them real tight fitting leggings.
What's another name for them?
Yeah. Is there another name for it?
Yoga pants?
Exactly right.
Very good. Very good. There you are. All right. Yoga pants. That's it. All right. Who are we talking to?
This is Dirk. I thought I'd bail you out. Seemed like it's taking a while to get the answer there.
Well, thank you, Derek. I'm sure you wear.
Derek, do you have color coordinated yoga pants?
I bet you do.
Listen, I think Rocky used to wear some yoga pants on stage.
So what you're telling me is the next show that we get to come see is it's going to be like a David Lee Roth situation here. We're going to have some yoga pants on, tucked inside your cowboy boots, oversized flannel covering up the nuptials, and
retired those years ago.
And fiddling all the way. No, we're not talking about Rocky. We were talking about you.
You.
Oh no, you won't catch me out.
I mean, you can't. Without the fiddle in the band and the fiddle player wearing some yoga pants and bright cowboy boots. I mean,
right.
Just no band.
I mean, if I were to do that, which I will not be doing, I would be the first fiddle player to wear yoga pants.
Right. And we could assume then that I need to immediately check you into a meth clinic.
All right. Thank you, Derek.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too, buddy.
All right. So there goes Derek. This one of the yoga pants. But just as soon as he said that, Leanna Moose said yoga pants. Yep. Jim Dooley said pantsuit. No, that's more of Hillary. And knee highs was Tabitha. Very good. All right, but Derek got the big win today.
At Piedmont Healthcare, we believe in more than just treating patients. We're committed to understanding and addressing the unique needs facing our community. Being a physician-owned network means that we're not just healthcare providers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your partners in health. With strong ties to local communities, we're able to offer personalized care that truly understands your needs. When you choose Piedmont Healthcare, you're not just choosing healthcare, you're choosing to be part of a community that cares. If you're ready to experience the difference for yourself, call our new patient hotline at 833-PHC for you. That's 833-742-4968. Or you can just request an appointment online, phcappointments.com.
Hey, it's Jason from A&A Sales and Service. Summer's almost here.
Billy, it's just right around the corner. It's so nice and beautiful out there right now. I'm almost nervous to even talk about it, but we're ready. The grass is growing.
That's right. So you got some deals for us?
Well, it's the spring of the year. Everybody's trying to get out in their yards, and Massey Ferguson and Gravely have stepped up and still have 0% on everything. We've got huge discounts on mowers right now, huge deals on hay equipment, because just before you know it, we're going to be cutting hay, and just like you're doing right now, you're out there in that yard already.
So speaking of hay, you got a big hay event coming up in June?
Yep, we're excited. 1st of June, we're going to have a big hay event up in the Harmony Union Grove area where we're going to display all of our Massey Ferguson Heston hay equipment. We got the ag extension involved with us too. So we have to have a good turnout for that as long as the weather cooperates.
All right. A&A Sales and Service, where are you?
We're up on Highway 21, 618 Turnersburg Highway, just past Walmart. We're also on the interwebs and Facebooks. Please reach out at 704-876-6700.
Looking to add some life to your yard or a splash of color to your porch? Well, swing on by Lowry's in Harmony, your local Green Thumb headquarters. We've got garden plants of all kinds, flowers blooming in every shade, premium potting soils for those roots to thrive, and yard wind spinners to keep things moving in style. Whether you're growing your own veggies, decorating your patio, or just trying to impress the neighbors, Lowry's has what your garden's been dreaming of. Come dig in. We're rooted in downtown Harmony and blooming with possibilities. Attention wine lovers, join us for the 22nd annual Yadkin Valley Wine Festival in Elkin, North Carolina on May 17th. Sip exquisite wines from over 15 local wineries while enjoying delicious food, unique crafts, and fantastic live music. Groove to the sounds of the 70s Kids Solid Gold Tribute from 11:30 to 1:30 and the Kids in America Totally 80s Tribute Band from 2 till 5. Bring your chairs and indulge in a perfect day of fun. General admission is just $10 for those over 16, tasting for $40, or enjoy the VIP experience for $100. For tickets and more info, visit YadkinValleyWineFestival.com.
We've got more classic country than Carter's Got Pills. 550 and 92.9 WAME.
cars. They'll want to earn your business with fast and honest service at a fair price. No appointment necessary. Just stop in for your next service. Conveniently located at 1015 Davie Avenue in Statesville, or give them a call at 980-223-2957. NC Auto Repair. If you want to go far, you've got to service your car.
Real country. Conway Twitty's voice is still as smooth as Arizona honey. He sounds real good every day here on 550 and 92.9 WAME.
If you leave me, I won't miss you, and I won't ever take you back. Girl, your memory
faster than you can say, "How's this thing work?" Whether you're a DIY daredevil or a pro with a plan, Eagle Rental ensures you got the right gear and the know-how to crush it. Skip the guesswork. Eagle Rental has your back and your project. In Statesville and Troutman, Eagle Rental.
Ladies and gentlemen, the man, the myth, the legend, Duck Wyatt, walked into the studio of the stars. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning. Good morning.
What kind of shirt you got on there? It's kind of
It's
a
Troutman.
Oh, it's a Troutman shirt.
It's a Troutman shirt.
It's your all natural.
Yes, indeed.
Which is the way to be.
Yeah, and a Troutman vest.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. So, how long ago were you a Iredell County Sheriff's deputy?
I retired in September 2008.
Okay.
Was that 30 years?
No, not quite. 21.6 is what the official paper said.
Did you get all your benefits?
No, I did not. You have to have 30 in North Carolina to get the full.
It's funny we're
benefit
talking
package.
about that, and we got all the sirens going on outside. That's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, in all that time, how many plots of land did y'all cultivate marijuana?
A bunch.
Yeah.
A bunch. Back in the 1980s, I can remember Jeff Coggins.
Jeff Coggins
was a lieutenant over their narcotics unit that existed back then.
Mm-hmm.
And back then, it was not like today, to where a lot of agencies are bribing people with hiring bonuses to get them to even come to work.
Yes.
Back then, you had to work for free a couple years as a reserve deputy, and them calling you whenever they needed extra help. And we, of course, was the laborers.
Yes.
And I remember we had one, and Jeff gave us this big, boys, you're not to tell nobody about this. We're going to do some stuff today you can't talk about. Well, okay. Where is this? And there was helicopters come in from, I don't remember if it was Highway Patrol, National Guard. I'm leaning toward National Guard.
Okay.
And they was flying, and they started circling like little bumblebees.
Yeah.
On Midway Road.
Oh.
Up off 115.
Uh-oh.
And we went up there with old trucks that had been confiscated. None of them were good. They were bad trucks.
Yes.
And we broke out the chainsaws and just started cutting trees down and drove out into this field. I'm like, Lord have mercy. I have never seen so much marijuana in one place.
Really?
And we stacked up 4 or 5 pickup loads of marijuana, just cut the plants down, and literally some of them had to use chainsaw because they were so rooted, and it's like, Lord. But we got all this, and I'm like, Lord, how are we going to get this back in town and not tell nobody? Because he told us we can't tell nobody.
Right.
We went to a little community store up past where Redmond's is now on 115.
Okay, yeah.
Used to, a man on it and his wife would fry bologna sandwiches and such in there. Now it's kind of a small engine repair that their son runs.
I know where you are.
But
all right.
we was in there going to get lunch, and there's Coggins out in the parking lot telling everybody, yep, we went down here off Midway Road. And I'm like, you just swore you would kill us if we talked about that. But that's just one example. We had another one I'll tell before you get to your point.
Yes.
This fellow was in a criminal justice degree program at a college over in Catawba County.
I see.
And this is when they had the FLIR cameras.
FLIR.
And I can't remember what FLIR stands for, but basically, if you're using this, it shows you the hot spots at nighttime, and you can look and see if that's normal or not.
Okay.
And near the Statesville Airport, they was flying and had been flying. Well, when they come back to let whoever from our agency was with them out,
right?
They're like, oh, wait a minute. Look at this right here. That's kind of odd. That little outbuilding beside that house looks like it's on fire.
Oh, my.
With this FLIR camera.
Yes.
And they got back. They started doing their studying and got some search warrants for power bills and things of that nature because it was not normal for an outbuilding to be that hot.
That's right.
And they got the appropriate search warrants and collected a bunch of us, and they said, "Let's go." Went and knocked on this fellow's door and said, "Hey, we here. We know what you're doing. Question is, you want to cooperate or not?" And he
That's
said,
it.
"I happen to be a criminal justice student.
Oh my
and
goodness.
I'm not going to allow you to search anything."
Oh my.
And it's like, "You're not." I said, "Nope." So then they slapped him in the chest, literally, with the search warrant, said, "Move aside." And he said, whoa, wait a minute now. They said, "Nope, too late. You had your chance." And we went into his outbuilding, which was a large one. It wasn't one of them little 8x8 jobs. This
Right.
dude was like a 24 by 30 something.
Oh yeah.
And it's the first time I saw hydroponics going, which meant this dude was harvesting marijuana. I'd never seen the quality of such, but there was no dirt.
None.
And he had these little plastic things, and everything was on a timer. He had these high dollar light bulbs, and it would give it sunlight certain time. Then the shade would come down and let it rest. And
right.
But oh yeah, we did a bunch.
That's pretty good. And I've always wondered because we laughed about it. The story today, there is a Turkish town, and I'm going to pronounce it Lice.
It looks like Lice to me.
It does. It's got about 25,000 people in it. So maybe a little bit less than Statesville now.
Mm-hmm.
And they all got high inadvertently the other day. Authorities burned more than 20 tons of seized cannabis in the town center. Now, did the Idaho County Sheriff's Office burn marijuana plants?
Yes, and still do.
Really? They burn it?
Mm-hmm. But they're in incinerators. They don't just go out into a field and say. But when you got 20 tons, I don't know how you can. I don't know. We never had that quantity.
That's a lot. Thank you very much.
I was just going to play a song in the background.
I get high with my friends.
I was going to go to work, but I got high. I was going to go to class,
but I got
high.
People say the air became thick with weed smoke for about 5 days, forcing residents to keep their windows closed and avoid going outside.
Can you imagine the level of skunk smell
that was there?
That was there. Oh, man.
Officers didn't burn the weed in an incinerator. They arranged bags in the shape of letters spelling out the name of the town, LICE. And why the smoke got out of, and that's why the smoke got out of control. It's unclear whose bright idea it was to do that. The marijuana had been confiscated over the previous 2 years, and get this, they say it was valued at more than $261 million.
So I mean, just think about this. You can put 20 tons on a dry van semi-trailer.
Right.
A semi-trailer.
And right. So that's like let's just say we put 20 tons of cardboard on there. All right. Now, weed is going to be voluminous.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is like the side of a mountain.
Oh, it's
like,
a lot.
Like seriously. I remember when I was a kid, my uncle was a sheriff in Northern Alabama. And I'd spend 2 weeks with him out of the summer. And we every Saturday or Friday, we'd be on the mountainside somewhere in Morgan County, Alabama, cutting down marijuana fields. And
Serious?
Oh yeah, I just thought it was great. I mean, great.
There's a great rumor that my home county of Wilkes,
yes,
which was noted worldwide as the moonshine capital of the world.
Indeed.
Back in Junior Johnson's heyday, rumors he might have had something to do with that. But when the ATF and everybody started giving all them folks grief and some of my family. But there's rumors that it is no longer the moonshine capital of the world. It might be the marijuana capital.
I think it's everywhere. There's a movie, a documentary on Netflix called Murder Mountain. And it's
what it's about.
Yeah, it's Humboldt County, California. It's basically where the Redwood National Forest is. And in the early 60s and 70s, the hippies went out there to do basically a commune living. And they sold their weed. They raised it and they sold it. And pretty much they paid their own taxes to themselves. So in Humboldt County, they supported their own library. They supported their own health care. They did all that stuff. And then when Nixon came in, he brought the ATF to them. So it ran out all the peaceful, pretty much original homesteaders there. And then all the people from overseas started coming over. And so, you know, you watch this documentary and like even the cops, when they go up, like they're escorted up by people on dirt bikes and four-wheelers with ARs on their, on the back.
Holding them, yeah.
And it's just like, what in the world? But it has more per capita missing people than in anywhere. And
Really?
So, yeah. And so you hear these devastating stories of, like one mom is a nurse and she flies back as often as she's from Australia and flies back as often as she can because her daughter went missing there. And so the idea was that all these young kids could go there, smoke weed and become cutters for these farms, make lots of money. And then all of a sudden they just disappear and nobody knows where they are. And this story is about a man's son who got killed,
right?
And they found him. And it really is a wild, eye-opening documentary.
Really? So it's a Sears documentary.
We had classes to teach people.
How to
Some
roll?
of these folks back in the 70s, 80s, early 90s. No, not teach them how to grow. How we could harvest the illegal crops. I mean, you won't talk about little holes that was in Vietnam. These people, they take a little small mouse trap or rat trap, the one that's got the little spring.
Yeah.
They'd hook that joker up to a shotgun shell.
Ooh,
when you grab the hold of that plant, pow!
Wow.
They had bombs that make homemade bombs.
Serious?
Tires and shrapnel. There's been all kinds of which, and I know we got several things to discuss today, but that brings me to the fact this week is Peace Officers Memorial is tomorrow.
Yes.
But this is National Peace Officers Week and has been since, I can't remember if it's 61 or 62, but it's the thing. And of course, last year, North Carolina and our area in particular, we got several that, and it takes a while when these officers die in the line of duty. They don't just go on the wall next week. They collect that died and send it. So the officers that got killed down in Charlotte last year will be recognized this year. Also, we had a couple others. A Statesville police officer, my wife Julie, was officers that got shot. And now the officers from Statesville was with the 4 down in Charlotte, but Julie and them just had unfortunately an individual that didn't have all of his.
That's the one where they got the it was up on the second floor. Yeah. And they went in and she got her a Purple Heart, I think, on that.
She did.
Yeah.
We went and Dan Bishop, Don Jr., Donald Trump Jr. recognized her down around Raleigh last year also. But it's, you never know. In all our professions, anything can happen.
Right.
But it's a shame that they have to do this every year and at our national's capital.
Right.
To recognize, and just to your point, Rev, even though the family civilians out there in Humboldt, California, some of these stories on how officers died, it's
terrible. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Well, you never know. I did, this was, I can't remember how old I was. I guess I was a teenager. We were visiting Sandra's uncle who lived up off of Olin Loop. I think it was Olin Loop. Anyway, we went walking down the woods to, what's that creek up there?
I can't remember. I started to say Hunting Creek, but it's not.
Rocky.
No.
Anyway, there was a creek down below his house. We were going to go walk down to the creek. Got down there, and this is me. I'm looking. I said, Somebody planted a garden down here. Look at that. and the young man who was
mystical
young man was with me was like, that's marijuana. And I was like, no. So
see, Billy goes walking through looking for tomato plants.
Dude, it was like they look like pepper plants to
When
me.
I'm in Wilkes County as a child growing up, hunting with cousins or my dad.
Right.
He's like, all of a sudden you start seeing some smoke. And it's like, there shouldn't be no smoke here in these hills. And then curiosity gets you, and it's like, what's that smoke coming from? What's that fella doing up there beside that tree? Oh, he's got a shotgun. and as a child, it's slow how it finally, oh, that's a steal.
Finally got you.
It's a steal. Don't look up there. Just keep walking.
Just keep walking. All right, 20 minutes after 9 o'clock.
Ryan Scott's at Randy Marion Chevy in Statesville. And what are you doing now?
I tell you, we got the deals going on. Typical Randy Marion fashion. King of Price 2024. Brand new Chevrolet Malibu LT starting at $19,988. $19,988, brand new, not used. You come pick the color today. Randy Marion Chevrolet Statesville, right here on I-40. Look for the spinning car, folks, because that's where the deals are.
At 5 o'clock, she knows I'll soon be home. She don't worry about me running around, 'cause all of my good times are waiting right there for me. And she knows where I'll be when the sun goes down. I'm a stand by my woman, man. Our world turns around a little gold band, and love meets us through life hand in hand. I'm a stand by my woman, man. We fall asleep at night thinking ain't love grand. That's why I'm a stand by my woman,
completion, and high-quality work. KM Electrical Heating and AC is positive that they can have it up and running in no time. Call 704-876-6279 or go online to calldkm.com. You know, since 1970, Godfrey's Tree Service, a third-generation locally owned and operated business, has been proudly serving Iredell County. With over 50 years' experience, they're experts in protecting your property from tree damage, focusing on quality, service, accuracy, and safety. Storm cleanup, tree removal, pruning, stump grinding, and removal, Godfrey's can handle it all. Godfrey's Tree Service, when experience counts the most. So call Godfrey's today for a free tree inspection and estimate. 704-880-2934. Let Godfrey's go out on a limb for you.
I'm yelling timber.
26 minutes after 9 o'clock here on this Wednesday. Got a few clouds. Was it raining when you came in?
It was.
Was it?
It was as soon as you had announced we might have thunderstorms.
Yeah.
It's started raining.
How about that?
But I'm gonna say,
yes,
you know, we drive around. Some people pay attention, some people don't.
Yeah.
And we all have opinions as to either one.
Right.
But I was getting here on time.
Yes.
Not early, not late, but getting here on time this morning. And I'm sitting up here on Broad Street, right as you said it, and I'm starting to look at the rain. Car pulled up beside me, and I looked over. I see these red toenails, painted red toenails. What? It wasn't an arm. It wasn't a hand.
It was a foot.
She had her foot up in the window on the car.
While she was driving?
Yeah, and then had her phone in her hand and using her other hand. She was not happy with somebody. And I'm just sitting there, as we have done before, wonder how this conversation's going and wonder what it's over. And then I thought, I'm sitting here worrying about stupid stuff, and she's driving a car, apparently with one foot, no hands. And I'm like, what in the heck is this? And then when the light turns green, I say, oh, it's a Tesla. She done told it to auto drive. So she's getting in there and getting comfortable, putting the foot up in the windshield.
Tell you what.
Normally when people do that, it's at night in a hidden place.
I've seen some of them movies. They turned around backwards, and I was like, how'd they do that? So anyway, So I'll get personal here because I was just looking at it. You raised up your arm, and I saw that little thing. You got a little thing hanging in there.
It's called Libre 3.
Libra?
Libre. Libre.
Libre.
Yep.
And it tells you your sugar. My brother still says that.
Yep.
He doesn't say diabetes. He says sugar. You got the sugar?
When I put it on my calendar at work so people know if I'm here and available or not.
Yeah.
I put sweet doctor. What? It's contrary to popular opinion out there. He verifies on a regular basis I am too sweet.
Yeah.
And we got to do something to get it in line.
So
when you get to sugars now, you got to be careful because they might start taking your flanges off.
You don't want that to happen.
That's right. That's exactly right.
So that thing tells you is it got a transmitter in it, and it tells you what's going on?
It has to, because it goes to my smartphone.
I see.
And it tells you your glucose and range is this thing.
Look at there. Yeah.
And it will tell you what it is, and then you can hit a different button and it'll tell you your daily patterns of what if there's times you need to be more cautious than others.
I see.
And it gives you a whole graph of.
Look at that.
The dark line is where you're at.
Yeah.
And the other ones are the ranges you can be in.
I see.
But then you turn it over to something called GMI.
GMI.
And that's the one that it'll break down 7 days, 14 days, 30 days, 90 days of what most people refer to as A1C.
Yes.
There they call it glucose management indicator. And this is not as accurate, I'm told by doctors, as measuring your A1C through a blood test, but it's pretty close.
I see.
And right now it says I'm good.
Okay.
I'm in the good range.
See, that's all. I don't know those numbers. Those numbers mean nothing to me.
I have no idea if it just has you a green light, red light. Maybe that would be the way to go.
Well, it will send you a red alert.
Oh,
if you get too high,
I see.
or if you get too low,
Right.
Or if the monitor can't read.
Oh,
it tells you for some reason, like where I put mine, if I got my arms turned, phone somewhere else, it won't read it.
Oh,
Hey, idiot, you gotta get the phone there.
Turn that back on.
Yep. But it does. Now, I will say, other than one sweet lady, it used to be the county health nurse. But before they started all the process,
she tried to get up and do Rafe Hollister to take a rabies shot. Not a it was what was it? What is that shot they take you if you step on a rusty nail? Tetanus. Try to get him, and Ralph wouldn't take that.
But she's the only one that ever really told me when these numbers are this, that, or the other, you need to do this, that, or the other.
Yeah, right.
But you learn to carry candy, and that way, if you start getting too bad, you can take it, or you learn to drink water. And but just do what they tell you. In general, you should be okay.
Why don't you do that? Do what they tell you.
Sometimes it works. I've been doing that for years.
Are you wearing anything that tells you what's going on?
No.
Do you get anything? So I'd see in your case, if you'd wear a little something that would say, "Sin's coming," or "You're okay now."
But it's like he said before, these thoughts come in. It's like, no, Jesus, help me. Otherwise, I'm getting ready to send this one to hell. They're acting real bad.
You ever put anybody in the baptismal and the water started boiling?
We got pretty close to it a couple weeks ago.
Or put one in the baptismal and say, baptismal. Put them in the baptismal and say,
that's right.
God, you got control of my hand. Do I let them up?
That's so funny.
Hold him under a little longer.
I know what they're saying, but I'm not sure it's in their hearts. You help me.
Oh my gosh.
They teach you that down at Bob Jones University.
I got a question, Red. Yeah. Y'all swear. Do y'all swap food at the church?
Excuse me?
What do you mean swap food?
If somebody brings in food, it's here, help yourself, or is it pretty much understood? Like at my office place, there's one refrigerator that if it's here, it's, hey, help yourself if you're hungry.
Yeah.
But there's another refrigerator, you got to put your name on it and leave it alone if it's not your name.
That's right.
We kind of have a little bit of both. I mean, the one in the office, everybody knows it. Like we have some snacks for everybody. And then we have, our refrigerator that has our stuff. And then if somebody cooks something, they're like, hey, we left food down there for the staff. It's kind of free for all. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you see this one fella here?
Oh, yeah.
Out there. I lost my paper.
Oh, it's into there somewhere.
I lost it.
I'll find it.
I put it.
There it
well,
is.
It ain't on the back either. Oh, Lord, it's buttermilk biscuit day. I didn't
It
know
is. You got to go. See, what's that going to tell your little monitor going to tell you about that?
It says I can have one biscuit a day. Buttermilk is preferred, but one a day.
There you
go. Did you find it?
There it is.
Okay.
There was a man in his 20s went onto the social media to ask for advice.
Yes.
Just a little caveat there. I am amazed at how many people go to social media and say, hey, I need somebody to watch my kids. Y'all got somebody? What? I need somebody to come in my house. I'm not going to be here for 2 weeks. Really? You put that on social media? But anyway, he went to social media and said his roommate stole a piece of cake that he had baked from his fridge.
Uh-oh.
The roommate that did the stealing had a bad allergic reaction. He called 911. They hit him with an EpiPen.
Yes.
And he recovered. Apparently, he had a peanut allergy and did not realize the cake included peanut butter. I already can tell you, I'd probably like that cake.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
The problem is, the man says the roommate who stole the cake is now asking him to pay his medical bills because, quote, he poisoned him. Naturally, a lot of people are telling him he should not be responsible, especially since they had a rule that they didn't share groceries and they even had a separate mini fridge. The roommate had gone into his fridge and took the cake, which was never offered to him in the first place.
Yep.
The guy says it's awkward, though, because they were friends before becoming roommates. My graduated son just learned that you think a lot about people until you live with them. And the roommate with the allergy told their joint friends about it, and some of them are saying that he should at least contribute something toward the medical expenses.
No.
You know, that reminds me of two stories. The first one, Ronald Reagan met this little girl and said, "Hey, how are you?" She said, "I'm fine." He said, "Do you have any questions for me?" She said, "Yeah." "Why are you Republican?" And he said, "Well, does that mean you're not Republican?" "No, my parents are Democrat. I'm a Democrat."
Yeah.
And he said, "Well, can I ask you why you're a Democrat?" "Oh, yeah, we should help people. You know, it should be free housing. It should be free food. It should be free health care." And he said, "Okay."
Yeah.
He said, "You know, I'm proud of you for thinking that you should help your fellow neighbor."
Yeah.
He said, "I got some chores over at my house. You come over." And he said, "I'm going to pay you $20 to do my yard work."
Yeah.
And he said, "You can then take that $20 and go down to the grocery store and buy food and give it to whoever you want."
How about that?
And I'm proud of you for thinking you should help your neighbors.
Yes.
And she said, "Well, Mr. Reagan, why don't the people that's homeless just come to your house and do your yard work? And you just pay them direct." He said, "Young lady, I want to welcome you to the Republican Party." So there is different ways of looking at things. But for all the old folks, and I know Vaughn tries to listen to us when he can, and
Yeah,
a few
bless
others,
his heart.
but for everybody this cupcake story,
Yeah.
for everybody that remembers Trooper Roger Smith.
Roger Smith.
Yes, sir. He was a man's man and a trooper's man.
Yeah.
And he did not mind being more brass tacks than even me when it comes to saying things on the stand or
oh my
wherever
goodness.
else.
Yes.
Roger was a good fella. But we had down in Mooresville, and this was somewhere around 1990, 91, somewhere in that neighborhood. We had this particular squeaky mouse, kind of like a chihuahua, always running his mouth, trying to get in everybody's business, dispatcher.
I see.
And he was constantly sticking his nose where it didn't belong, having opinions on stuff it didn't belong, instead of just doing his job and dispatching.
Oh, my.
But the main thing that he done was steal food.
Oh,
And
really?
We all used to bring food in there. Some of the restaurants, and they still do it today.
Yeah.
When they have extra, or like this week being police officers week,
Right.
they will fix up a batch of food and bring it to the police.
Oh, man.
Well, now some places, if they have dispatch, will share it, of course.
Sure.
But they fixed it for the police.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy was a wannabe at that time.
Oh,
He wanted to be police.
Yeah.
But he wasn't. But he still helped himself to any and all food that was in there. Well, Trooper Smith said, "Let me fix up something for these fellas."
Yeah.
So he fixed 2 batches of brownies.
Ah, okay.
And he put a note on the brownies that said somebody's, oh, yeah.
Don't call.
He put a note on the brownies and said, "Do not eat these brownies."
Yes.
But he told all the rest of us, if you're not going to listen to them notes, don't eat the one with nuts.
Okay.
So he said, "I'm just telling you, don't
eat that." Right.
Well, we started our shift back then at 6:00 p.m. We come by a couple times, different prisoners, different things, and we seen them brownies was getting gone. And we was asking each other who's eating the brownies.
Yeah.
I said, "Not me. Them's Trooper Smith's brownies." He
Yeah.
got a note on there.
Yeah.
I didn't touch them. Well, no, we didn't touch them.
All right.
As I'm leaving to go back out, I see this mealy mouth dispatcher with his jaws full. Well, somewhere about 2:00 in the morning,
yeah,
he had to call one of the real police officers in.
Yeah.
To take over duties because he couldn't stay out the bathroom. The next morning, he had to go to the doctor and get shots because apparently whoever fixed those brownies
Yeah.
had put too much X-Lax
That
in
was
there, and that boy had ate more than the helpings he should have. And he actually filed a complaint, which went with his personality.
I see.
Trooper tried to kill him. And I said, no, I had a sign that clearly said, do
Do
not
not eat these brownies.
But life's good to some people.
Did I assume they worked that out?
I don't think until Trooper Smith died that he ever had any respectful thoughts about that individual. Now I can't speak for the other way. I just tried to.
I got you. So Sossman says Roger was a good man.
Indeed,
so
he was.
Apparently, Sossman was arrested a time or two. So anyway, what's going on in beautiful Troutman these days?
We had council meetings last week. We didn't get home Friday morning until about 1 o'clock. It was a long night.
Wow.
The main thing of public interest is we have, I say we, staff has provided after the budget workshop and several discussions, a budget to the council that we hope they will adopt. They scrutinize like they normally do. That is their job to ask a lot of the hard questions. And what about this? And what about that? It is out. It's anybody that's interested can come by town hall and see it and or pick up a copy if they prefer. For most people, unless they really know what's happening, 95% of them numbers mean nothing to them.
Right.
But you will always have somebody, well, if you're spending $20,000 on cleaning, why don't you put it out there? I know Sally, she'll do it for 15.
Yeah.
And it's not just that simple. They're not name specific people that are getting paid for different things. We are proposing 4% raise for employees.
Oh, okay.
A COLA, cost of living. We are proposing a 3% mid-year, which means that winds up at max costing the town 1.5%. Last year, we started what we call Reset Zero, which a lot of government places over the years out of habit, if you had a COLA and a merit, 95% of your employees got full of both.
Right.
And we in the town of Troutman said, no. That's not what merit is supposed to be. Merit is supposed to be that you are working above normal to get any raise. If you're just doing your job,
right,
then there's no raise.
Right.
Because you did enough to keep your job.
That's right.
That's why you got the COLA. To get a merit, you have to do things above average and above expectation. So that is either a 1, a 2, or a 3. Most of our employees wound up in the 2 range.
Right.
Some didn't get any.
Yep.
Some got 1, some got a 3, which is fine. The merit is not supposed to, if it's used appropriately, it's not supposed to be, oh yeah, everybody gets it, because that's not, they're not performing extraordinary.
Right.
Again, that's not a slight toward any employee we have, but if you're just doing what your job requires, that merit, which is supposed to be a bonus for doing better, it's not going to be like it has been in other places. Town council, the mayor being in business, that's the way a lot of businesses have started doing it. It's level reset. So, but our property ad valorem taxes are to remain the same. There's no anticipated increase there.
Yeah.
We are going up, I think it was 14% total on our water and sewer. Contrary to what people that live in the county want to spew nonsense for. We have not had a rate increase in 2 years. Our costs for water and sewer has increased. So the council decided when I first got there, they hadn't had one like 5 or 6 years.
My goodness.
And we went up, I want to say it was 17%.
Wow.
To just get back to even. And it basically is the utility side, which for us is water and sewer, it's not allowed to make profits like everybody. Well, why don't you just charge them? oh, they're wanting all this money. It's by statute, you have to show that it's enough money to pay for operations, but you can't make millions. And so, oh, we're in the gravy now. There is no bonuses given
Right.
in that way in government. We don't, I should say. Some towns in North Carolina do, but we don't. But that's our anticipated thing, which to some citizens, there's one media outlet out there, I will just say,
Yes.
that gets paid by the county to do media coverage.
Oh, really?
Sure. They get paid by Statesville to do media coverage. They used to be paid by Troutman to do media coverage.
Right.
Troutman quit paying, and then all of a sudden headlines changed or these articles, oh, well, the people want to know, and we need to tell the truth.
That's right.
So that was the first one that come out that accused me of trying to kill somebody with a golf cart. And then they come out, and just like this past week and a half, there were headlines.
Yes.
Statesville, who does pay, says property tax rate to remain neutral.
Yes.
They're talking about a higher increase for utilities than we are.
Ah.
But that's not mentioned in the headline.
Oh, no.
For Troutman, 14% increase.
That's right.
So it's a headline. And a couple citizens once, I say, hey, don't take my word for it. Do public records requests. Not just making it up. When I say stuff publicly, I'm liable.
That's right. And I'm sure it's been filed against you many times.
Oh,
but
that one reporter out of Charlotte was the one who went the furthest with it. But even he apologized and paid his fees literally and moved on.
Very nice.
Moved on. But the budget process for everybody, and regardless where they live in which one of our municipalities, each community is uniquely different and has its things. We are still trying, as there has been a plan coming up on 30 years, to try to do water and sewer. And we are now in the position because decisions were made in the 90s. And I'm not criticizing those elected officials or staff. I'm just saying at the time, they had the opportunity of owning their own system or being a tenant on somebody else's. And when you're a tenant on somebody else's, like it or not, the owner of that system can dictate the rules, and they can change them when they so feel the desire or need. And here lately, there's a couple people tried to say, well, Duck has had an argument with Ron or the mayor of Statesville. That's not true. We have not. I think Ron Smith is an outstanding manager from my dealings with him, and his job is to advocate for the city of Statesville.
Oh, yeah.
My job is to advocate for the town of Troutman.
That's right.
Now, the mayor and I know each other personally and professionally. Depending on who's eavesdropping in our conversation, they might could take it that we're having a spat or something, but generally he states what he thinks, and I do too. And I respect Costi for our ability to do that.
Yes,
but
do
we of
you
course
like
don't
him?
get in public meetings and say, "Hey, well, I do like him, but I can say he's never invited me to his house for dinner.
Is that right?
I have never invited him to my house for dinner.
Oh, well, okay.
So, but there's a lot of people that I like that's never been to my house. So I guess you can go with that ever how you want. Now we have met for lunch and dinner, several times. But yes.
All right. Well, that's interesting to know. Now, coming up, I think it's the Exchange Club has got the big flag thing.
Walk of Heroes,
which
yes,
is
sir.
always really cool. I mean, that's kind of cool to see.
The late Norman Evening Exchange Club started that, and then it was so successful in Troutman and created a buzz that a Troutman Exchange Club was born. So now the two clubs together in conjunction with the town, they will put it up, and I forget the dates off of the top of my head, but I want to say this Friday.
Yeah, probably so.
The flags go up this Friday, which Saturday will be Armed Services Day. So we get the flags up before Armed Services Day. They will stay up for 2 Mondays, and then we will conclude with the Memorial Day celebration at the ESC Park Pavilion.
That ESC Park is getting way too much use.
It is. It is.
When I saw it was 100, how many thousand people?
Over 105,000 last year.
Came through the park, and you're just like, holy cow.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
It is. And I could waste another hour that we don't have discussing. Again, every community is unique. Mooresville has its form of recreation and how much money they've invested in recreation. How much is town sponsored recreation? How much they just rent the fields to somebody else to do? Statesville, same thing. County, the same thing, except the county, to my knowledge, is not doing any recreation sports leagues for anybody. Statesville
at all,
none. So the municipalities are left to come up with that. We at Troutman just have started last year with some adult leagues in sports. They were a resounding success.
Very good.
We have expanded that going into this season, and of course, Emily's got the appropriate staff to help her. But we are also a lot of folks, unless they have kids, don't know, and even ones with kids get kind of confused because there's not really a central source that gives them all the information.
Right.
But when little Johnny or Susie at 4 years old starts wanting to play something, normally it's school based.
Yes.
At least in the county, not the city of Statesville, not the town of Mooresville, but for everybody else, it's school based.
Okay.
And each school has its own athletic association that helps facilitate these kids playing soccer, basketball, volleyball, cheerleading, football, whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
But because it is volunteer based, of course, there have been criminal issues in some organizations over the years. And honestly, you basically rotate out the cycle of children's age. They start playing at 4, they go on at 12. So they might get a volunteer 6, 7 years, unless they have staggered kids. But these folks normally all have full-time jobs.
Yes.
And then they've got every parent calling, well, why are you not letting me practice on such and such field? You're always making me go out to that church. And
that's right.
Why are we playing games in Statesville? You idiots. Can you not figure out play a game somewhere else?
That's
and,
right.
And they just don't understand the process. But TYAA came to the town and said, look, this is just way too much for us to handle.
Okay.
We don't want to do it no more.
All right.
Now they are keeping football and maybe some cheerleading or something else, but all the other sports, the town of Troutman is now facilitating registrations. They will do the background checks on coaches and volunteers that can do this or do that. But all those youth sports are played through the city of Statesville. And that's where everybody's like, what? Yes. City of Statesville handles basketball, all these youth sports, and baseball. Wayne Harwell, and for everybody that remembers Principal Wayne, has been an extraordinary advocate for youth baseball and softball for many, many decades.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Duck says, inviting all of us over to the house for supper.
Who said that?
This is Lee Sussman.
Oh, yeah.
He says the Rev, let's see, supper, the Rev, and I can load up a truck full of folks when it's time to eat and come over to the house. Y'all come on up here.
Lee can come to the house
That's
anytime
right.
he wants. I might not be there, but he can come home.
Let's see, anything else there? Nope. All right. Well, very good. Good stuff going on in beautiful Troutman.
Yes, sir.
Gotta say, some wise words to leave us with today, Rev.
We'll try.
Okay.
You're going to go with be careful to X like in the brownish.
That is a wrap for us.
That's right. The fellowship hall was a rocking.
That would be good, Steve.
Delma made some of her brownies.
What's his name, Steve? Or the Squirrel Revival guy.
Ray Stevens.
Yeah, Ray Stevens.
Yeah.
That's a wrap for us here today. We're closing out the game here at 92.9 of Real Country, where the boots are muddy and the hearts are full and the music's always turned up just right. But a big shout out and a hearty thank you to all of our sponsors who made the broadcast possible. Y'all keep the lights on, the mics hot, and the coffee really, really warm.
Very
Yes.
nice.
But now we want to say to all the high school and college graduates walking across the stage last weekend and this weekend.
That's right.
We see you and we salute you. You've survived tests and papers and cafeteria food and questionable Wi-Fi. You made it through COVID, and you made it. And now we encourage you to go chase your dreams and God's will for your life. And just remember to wear sunscreen and call your mama often.
Absolutely.
Do not leave her on red without a response. And to all the parents, you did it too. You kept them fed, kept them going, kept your sanity. Well, mostly. Now take a bow and take a breath, because you might even need to take a nap. And to everyone hitting this mile marker together, be proud and be bold, and don't be a stranger. Come back and see us from time to time as you make your way in the world, or at least send us a, hey, how y'all doing? How's your mama and them? And always remember there's a seat at the table here for you at 92.9 Real Country. And always don't ever forget that we love you. Come see us, BeulahChurch.com.
And we're going to leave you with some wise words from Willie Nelson.
Roll me up and smoke me when I die. And if anyone don't like it, just look 'em in the eye. I didn't come here and I ain't leaving, so don't sit around and cry. Just roll me up and smoke me when I die. Now you won't see no sad and teary eye when I get my wings and it's my time to fly.
Call my friends and tell them there's a party, come on by. Now just roll me up and smoke me when I die. Roll me up and smoke me when I die. And if anyone don't like it, just look them in the eye. I didn't come here and I ain't leaving, so don't sit around and cry. Just roll me up and smoke me when I die.
I go out, I've been here long enough. So sing and tell more jokes and dance and stuff. Just keep the music playing, that'll be a good goodbye. Roll me up and smoke me when I die.
Roll me up and smoke me when I die. And if anyone don't like it, just look 'em in the eye. I didn't come here and I ain't leaving, so don't sit around and cry. Just roll me up and smoke me when I die.
Hey, take me out and build a roaring fire. Roll me in the flames for about an hour. Then take me out and twist me up and point me toward the sky. Roll me up and smoke me when I die.
Roll me up and smoke me when I die. And if anyone don't like it, just look 'em in the eye. I didn't come here and I ain't leaving, so don't sit around and cry. Just roll me up and smoke me when I die. Just roll me up and smoke me when I die.
Miles and miles of classic country, 550 and 92.9 WAME. Real Country is 550 AM WAME, 92.9 W225BD, Statesville.